money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Right, check, right. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Banks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Jackson. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hill. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Going to throw right side here, complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Come on.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's caught off the deflection. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
And this type of play's practiced. You're supposed to knock it down,
you preach
not
this
tip
all
it
the
up.
time. You
all
preach
right?
this all
You
the
see
time.
what happens when you tip it up. They end up getting a first down out of it. Knock it down. Series is over.
Back to the ground. It's Hill. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
I can't believe they even let you play. Yeah, check, hey, Mike. And I'm Mike 40, Mike 40. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Check Mike 40, check Mike 40. I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Check. 40's Mike, 40's a Mike, 40's a Mike. Go, go, go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Now the wolf. Here we go, Gears. 40's the Mike. Squeeze. Hey, watch his flat, watch his flat.
Jackson. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Taylor, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Jim.
Now it's Jackson. Complete. This is Lewis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They run with Taylor, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 54. Watch 54. Not today, you are. Not today.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time, as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Here we go. 52's the Mike. 65. 65. Check. Fresno. 66.
On third down, Taylor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check 99. Check it. Let's watch. Right. Undercross. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 2-6. Rotate. Spell. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Rip right. Orbit.
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Watch 52. 52's the mic.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
At the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check right.
Here's Jackson to throw. A dump off now to Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's go now. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Design run for their wideout. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, switch gears. Zoom.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Banks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
6 man.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, watch the ball.
That's complete right around the 8. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, see?
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, he finds Taylor, complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. Come on. Watch the twist. Switch. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Okay, double up. Whip.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw again. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
There you go. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch up, switch up. 25, check 25.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 39-yard line.
The give to Taylor.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Watch the run. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We ain't giving up.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hill one more time. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Y'all playing the wrong
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one. And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. You better bring it. You better bring it.
Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Bandit. Bandit. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 3 Delta. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And that's complete to Lewis. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip. The script from 4th down to 1st.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Shift. Switch. Ball trot.
From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
5-2 the Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Crunch time, defense.
New Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm trying to collect.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
They should have known, baby.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Hill running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check outside.
Now Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, and he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill. Any weapon. Kill. Turn it up.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Right. Mike, 44. I got wide.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
We got 3. Here we go. I got 8. I got 8. I got 8. Tight end right. Hustle. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm scared. Mike 52. Yeah. You don't want none. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
Jackson now. Throwing on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
He's going to float this one deep right. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 65 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Pick your game up. Mike 40. Hey, watch your leg. 40's Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up. Neil.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Big day.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And Jackson throwing once more. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and run for it. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They get 6 yards going for it on fourth, and now it's first and goal.
He's coming, he's coming. Right here, right here.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Slam, slam, slam.
To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Now Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Jackson now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Switch, switch, switch. Check on, go.
Here's Jackson, operating from the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Delta. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, get in the weight room. Ball trot. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. All day, just like that. Just like that. New Mike 52.
Jackson throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And down inside the 15 he goes. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Jaguars, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.